Hello, my students. Last time we started to talk about the present continuous, and we ended our lesson by talking about contractions, abbreviations اللي حكينا عنهم آخر مرة. For today, we need to learn some spelling changes to the verb when we add ing. حكيت لكم إنه مرات لما بنضيف ing على الفعل بيتغير فيه أشياء. Now, most of the verbs we add ing without any changes, like eat, eating, walk, walking, play, playing. So we didn't change anything in the verb, we just add ing. Now, verbs ending in E, الأفعال اللي بتنتهي في E, we drop the E and add ing, like use, using, take, taking, ride, riding. Here we drop the E and add ing instead. Here, verbs ending in ie. We have some verbs that end with ie. We drop the ie and add y plus ing. الأفعال اللي بتنتهي ب ie بنشيل ال ie بنحط بدالها إيش؟ y. بعدين بنضيف ال ing. زي مثلا الفعل lie, it becomes lying. tie, tying. We have die, dying. We drop the ie and put y instead of it. Now, verbs ending in CVC. CVC means consonant, vowel, consonant. Consonant, vowel, consonant. Now, in the verbs that has one syllable, the verb that has one syllable, okay, we double the last letter. We double the last letter. Let's see. We have swim. Notice swim. CVC. Consonant, vowel, consonant. And it is one syllable verb, swim. It becomes swimming. We double the last letter here. Sit, sitting, the same thing. Run, running. We double the last letter because we have CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant. For two syllable verbs, يعني مرات الفعل بينتهي ب CVC يعني بس بيكون two syllables. زي مثلا كلمة answer, answer, answer. listen, listen. هذول بنسميهم syllables, two syllables. هون شو بنعمل؟ We add the ing as a regular verb عادي. answering. لاحظ احنا ما عملنا اي تغيير هنا بس احنا ضفنا ال ing. ليش؟ لانه هنا answer it's a two syllable verb, اوكي. وكمان بس بيكون في اشي اسمه stress اللي هو بيكون الشدة او احنا بنحكي answer يعني التركيز بيكون على ال first syllable of the verb. listen احنا ما بنحكي مثلا listen, احنا نحكي listen يعني الستريس بيكون على السيلابل الأولاني. تمام؟ That's why we add just ing. Okay, let's talk about the keywords for the present continuous. The keywords for the present continuous we have now, at the moment, today. We have for the time being, this morning or this afternoon or this week. These are the keywords that we can find them in the present continuous tense. Here we have an exercise. My friends, a new DVD now. My friends, we need to use the verb watch, okay, here, to fill in the gap to be a meaningful sentence. So the verb watch, here we have a present continuous tense because of the word now, okay, it's the key word here. And my friends are plural noun here. We have a plural noun. So we need to choose the correct verb to be. My friends is am, are plus verb ing. My friends are watching a new DVD now. My baby brother with his toys. My baby brother with his toys. The verb is play. So my baby brother is a singular subject. So we need to use is playing. Now, here we have a question. Here we have a question. The children, their kites. The verb is fly. Okay? We can add now here. So, fly, first of all, children are singular or plural subject. It is plural, so we need to use are. We can say, are the children flying? Are the children flying their kites now? Are the children flying their kites now? ليش؟ لأن children جمع، ما بقدر أستخدم is ولا am، لازم أستخدم are. فبحكي are the children and we add ing to the verb. Okay. Here, the last sentence. The dog under the table at the moment. At the moment. So it is a present continuous tense. Okay. Notice the verb sit. The dog is am, are. The dog is a singular noun, so we can use is. Is sitting. Notice that we doubled the last letter because we have CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant. So we doubled the last letter. Now, some verbs are not usually used in continuous tense. لسوء الحظ إنه في عنا أفعال ما بيزبط نستخدم معاها ال ing. في أفعال ما بيزبط نستخدم معاها ال ing. هدول الأفعال بنسميهم stative verbs. Now, we classify the verbs. Verbs are divided into two parts here. We have the dynamic verbs and the stative verbs. Dynamic verbs and stative verbs. شو يعني dynamic verbs؟ Dynamic verbs هم الverbs الطبيعيين that are related to the actions. أي فعل هم most of the verbs are dynamic، يعني معظم الأفعال هي related to the actions. These verbs like run, work, eat, learn, drink. Okay. شو الإشي المميز بالدايناميك verbs هدول؟ الإشي المميز إنه نحن بنقدر نستخدم الأفعال هاي بأي tense إحنا بدنا إياه حسب موقعه في الجملة. So we can use these verbs in all the tenses. We can use here the verb in the simple tense, continuous and past. كيف؟ بقدر أحكي أنا I run. بقدر أحكي I am running. بقدر بحكي I ran. So I can use these verbs in all tenses. In all tenses. هذا الحكي مش موجود بالstative verbs. The stative verbs هم الأفعال that are related to conditions. شو يعني conditions؟ conditions يعني الحالة. condition الحالة. يعني هو الفعل المرتبط بحالة، ممكن تكون حالة نفسية، ممكن تكون مرتبطة بالسنسز اللي هي الحواس، ممكن تكون مرتبطة بالstate of mind بطريقة التفكير. أوكي. بالposition اللي هي الملكية. تمام. These verbs are related to number 1 emotion. Okay, we have hate, like, love, need, prefer, want. These verbs are related to our emotions, so we cannot add ing to these verbs. I am liking. No, I like, or I hate, or I love, I need. Okay, here we have another verbs that are related to the senses. شو يعني senses؟ الحواس، الحس يعني اللي عندك، اللي هي I feel, hear, see, smell, taste. Okay. Another verbs here that are related to state of mind, something related to our mind، إشي بتفكيرنا، اللي هو believe, forget, imagine, know, remember, and think, and understand as well. These verbs are related to a state of mind, and we call them stative verbs. شو يعني stative verbs؟ Stative verbs, these verbs that we cannot use with ing, with the continuous. Here we have possession اللي هي الملكية. كيف؟ We have, own, belong to, possess. يملك. The stative verbs cannot be used in the present continuous tense. هدول الأفعال ما بنقدر نستخدمهم بالpresent continuous، يعني ما بنقدر نضيف عليهم ing. John likes his new house. True. John is liking his new house. False. This sentence is incorrect. This one is correct. This sentence is incorrect sentence. This flat belongs to my aunt. هاي الأرض لعمتي. تمام؟ Correct. This flat is belonging to my aunt. Incorrect. ما بيصير أنا أستخدم الفعل belong to مع ing. خطأ. هلا. Unfortunately, we have some verbs, okay, which can be used as stative or dynamic verbs. يعني في عنا بعض الأفعال بعد ما إحنا قسمنا الأفعال لأفعال dynamic that are related to the action، وأفعال قسمناها كمان حكينا عنها اللي هي stative verbs اللي هي الأفعال اللي ما بتقبل ing. Unfortunately, we have some verbs that can be used with both stative and as an action word, okay, but with a different meaning. يعني لما بدي أجي أستخدم الفعل think، إذا استخدمت think as a dynamic verb بيختلف معناه عن لما بدي أستخدمه مع الأكشن verb. كيف؟ The first verb here we have think. Think means يفكر, okay, or يعتقد مرات. I think you should accept that job offer. Here, think is a stative verb. كيف عرفنا stative verb؟ لأنه ما ضفنا له ing هنا. تمام؟ It is a stative verb. شو بيعني هنا؟ Refers to an opinion. Think here means to opinion. Okay? Amy is thinking of going to France. Amy is thinking of going to France. Here we are talking about condition. What's the meaning of condition? حالة. Maybe activity. She's thinking about going to France. Okay? Here we use the verb think as a stative verb, and here we use the verb think as dynamic. شو يعني dynamic؟ يعني إنه هو الفعل الدايناميك اللي هو بيقبل ing. بيقبل ing. Okay, we have another verbs here. We have. They have a lovely house. Have here means they own, refers to possession. Have means own. This is not a dynamic verb, it's a stative verb. I'm having a party this Friday. ممكن مرات نستخدم الفعل have مع ing. بيختلف معناه. شو بيصير معناه I'm having a party? It refers to an activity. عندك activity إنك أنت رح تروح على party, رح تروح على حفلة. تمام؟ We have the verb taste. شو يعني taste؟ يتذوق. This soup tastes delicious. I know that this soup tastes delicious. يعني this taste or this soup has a particular flavor. يعني فيها إلها طعم مميز. أنا بعرفه هذا الطعم. Okay? She is tasting the soup to check if it needs more salt. Here she is doing an activity. She is tasting the soup. Here we know that the taste of the soup is delicious. Here we are doing an activity, okay, to test the soup if it needs more salt or not. احنا عم نجرب هنا اللي هي الشوربة بدها ملح أو ما بدها ملح. Now, these verbs and many more can be checked in your student book, page number 161 and 162. في هدول الأفعال وغيرهم من الأفعال موجودين عندكم بالكتاب الستودنت بوك بآخر الكتاب صفحة 161 صفحة 162. Please check them and try to understand the meaning of the verbs, whether they are stative or dynamic verbs. Okay, this is all about today. Thank you for listening.